You can go to the Grand Ole Opry, take a stroll down Music Road.
All right, welcome to another Tips from TSAI. Today I want to talk just real briefly about music for placement in movies and television. This is a great opportunity for writers, and it's a great other source of income outside of trying to get music cut by artists and on the radio and that sort of thing. But there is a difference. The music that we write for radio and artists and regular listening, generally the kind of music that you would normally write, you're lyrically going to be talking about things a lot more specific. You're going to be talking about furniture is what we call it. A lot of times you're going to talk about people's names or places or the color of their truck or what's going on around them and things specifically because, you know, that's how we're taught. And that's the kind of thing that those kind of songs generally need to set them apart from a different song. You want to write something that's different, not the kind of thing that's something else that's going on. So you want to write something specific. Well, the music that goes into movies and television needs to frankly be the exact opposite. You don't want to be specific because what you're talking about may not be what's happening on the screen. So when you talk to the people who we bring in and other music library people and publishers and people that do that sort of thing in that business, they're going to tell you that they want things that are not specific and just about emotions. You want to be happy, you want to be sad, you want to be lonely, you want to be whatever's going on. You want to talk about emotions, but you don't want to talk about specifics because that will cut you out of a potential placement. So what we want to do is really be, I don't want to say vague, but what you want to do is just talk about the emotions. You can talk about maybe weather, you know, a little bit, but again, anytime you say something, if that's not what's happening on the screen, then they're not going to use your song. So, you know, obviously rain, there's a lot of rain, obviously sunshine, a lot of sun, clouds, you know, those kind of things happen, day, night, that kind of thing can happen. And it does give you some options, and if it's correct, then you may have a really good shot. But if it's not, then they're gonna have to pass and take something else. So I want you to think about that when you're writing. A lot of folks, we bring a pitch in, and a lot of our writers will play songs that they're just not going to work for that. It's a possibility for a theme song or maybe an out track to have a cut, but that's really not what they're looking for. They're generally looking for music during the show or during the movie. A great song can land as an out track, and if they have it in the library and the people that make those decisions like it, you know, maybe they'll take it, but generally no. If you want to write music, even an instrumental, you know, just write that kind of music, but realize that you want to not be specific, which I guess goes against our training, you know, of everything that we're taught to be specific. But just think about that. If you want to look at what you're pitching, then look at that when you're pitching a song. If you're looking at writing a new song, then let's just try to write that, you know, if you have the opportunity. A lot of folks write instrumentals, they still have a title, but there's no lyric to get in the way of that. And of course, when you listen to movies and TV shows and things, there's a lot of music in there. So there's a lot of need. So I definitely encourage you to write it, but just think about that when you're doing it, okay? Thanks a lot.
You will hear some faded cowboys used to ride the old radio, and you will see some shooting starlets wonder why they shine so bright. I tell you, son, it ain't no secret. Songwriters helping writers down at TSAI.